Hola mi gente, Marco Chi here in another video, and today we're going to be doing the weekly tokenization roundup that Ondo does. Today we have some really big important news coming from Paul Atkins and Hester Pierce. So we have the SEC talking about crypto. We're going to see some of their interviews, as well as Stripe and Circle announcing their own blockchains or their own layer ones that I'm going to get into that. I have a lot I love to say about that. But yeah, we're going to first start off with the interview that Paul Atkins did for Fox News. So let's hear what he has to say.
So a couple of weeks ago, the administration issued the President's Working Group's report on digital assets in the United States, and there were clear directions to the SEC. We're part of the PWG, that President's Working Group, and clear recommendations for us to go forward and help make what the president has announced, his intention to make America the crypto capital of the world and have the world run on American technology. So we're mobilizing at the SEC all our different divisions and offices to focus on making that announcement become reality. So that's with our corporation finance division, investment management, and others. We're focusing on what we can do to make the regulations of the SEC encompass the crypto assets and also make it so that people can have some clarity going forward. We're working with Congress. Obviously, the Genius Act was enacted here a few weeks ago with a big announcement at the White House by the president himself, and as he signed it. So that I thought was a very good step forward. And now there are other bills in Congress that are being considered. And when they return from their recess, I look forward to much more forward progress.
So, not even trying to hate, but before I start off, why is Litecoin there next to Bitcoin and Ethereum? Why not other coins? But yeah, it is what it is. It is really important what he's saying, and also you gotta remember we passed the Genius Act. Now the next biggest one that people were really craving about was the Clarity Act, which I think is the more important one. But yeah, really important. I think that they hopefully, from what I'm seeing, they are trying to make America the crypto capital of the world. So hopefully that becomes a reality. Now let's see what Hester Pierce has to say.
And that's a point that you've made in the past, that tokenized securities are still securities. You do have some firms, I'm thinking of Robinhood, for example, rolling out tokenized stock trading. I believe that's taken hold in Europe. So, I mean, do you see that as a potential area where you could run into some of these confrontations over firms trying to really regulate and innovate and introduce measures such as that, but potentially coming up against some of these regulations that you're putting in place?
Well, without talking about any particular firm's approach, I think the bottom line is that we encourage firms to come in and talk to us. We expect that there will be some different approaches taken to tokenizing, and we're looking forward to working with folks to try those different models out and see what the market's like. And see whether or not tokenization of equity securities takes hold. I mean, that really will ultimately be up to the market. What our message is that we're willing to work through different potential models with people.
So this is really important. I think this interview was really, really important because basically what she's trying to say is that, the previous administration, and I'm not going to say any names, did not allow and didn't allow for innovation. And basically what she's saying is that, hey, if you want to try tokenization, come speak with us. We want to help you guys make it happen. So I think that's really great. It is really encouraging. And, she says she doesn't want to talk about which one, but at least what she's saying, and she's not saying that tokenization might be the future. It's just that this technology is not being constrained like it once was. So let's start off now with fintech giant Stripe building Tempo, a blockchain with crypto VC paradigm. Well, I don't know how to say that. So the fintech giant Stripe is developing a new blockchain, according to recent job posting on the site for the crypto lobby group Blockchain Association. So Tempo is a high performance payment focused blockchain. Reads a job advertising, which is for a product marketing position and dated August 3rd. So apparently this ad got removed. I don't know how true that is, but the posting goes on to say that Tempo is in stealth and has a team of 5 and it's being built in partnership with Paragram. And Stripe announced it was paying 1.1 billion for the stablecoin infrastructure firm Bridge, its largest acquisition to date. And in June, the payment titan said it bought the crypto wallet developer Privy. So I don't know if it was just to acquire their devs and talent, but yeah, I think we're gonna see a lot of these firms start building, kind of their own layer ones and their own blockchains to kind of trade it. But I just don't see how viable it is. Maybe they're gonna lose a lot of money, and maybe it's just better to use a blockchain that already exists. Not to say to discourage anyone that's trying to build a blockchain, but let's see how that goes. So, and this is the big one I want to talk about. So, introducing Arc, an open layer 1 blockchain purpose built for stablecoin finance. So, I just want to start out by saying I think this is good. I'm not saying it's bad, but just building a layer 1 strictly for stablecoins is kind of, I don't know. Could be good, could be bad, but they say some stuff here. So, time and again, we hear the same concerns from our partners. We need predictable fees. We can play around. Our treasury team can hold volatile crypto assets to pay gas fees. We can't move sensitive payment data on public rails. And who do we call if we need help with something? Proud to announce Arc, a new open layer 1 blockchain designed for the ground up to serve the next era of stablecoin native applications. Built by Circle to stand alone as its own independent ecosystem, Arc introduces a new kind of blockchain infrastructure, one that's optimized for stablecoin finance from line 1. So it says USDC as native gas, low predictable dollar denomination fees, no volatile crypto required, built-in FX engine, institutional grade RFQ system for price discovery, and 24/7 PvP on-chain settlement, instant finality. So that's pretty good. Opt-in privacy, selected shielded balance, and transactions so users and enterprises can stay compliant with their own obligations, and full Circle platform integration, native support for Circle payment networks, USDC, EURC, which is a Euro stablecoin, USDYC, Mint wallet contracts, CCTP, Gateway, and Paymaster, and more. So the things that you can build on Arc are pretty interesting. Definitely really interesting, and it could work for some people. So it says cross-border payments and payouts, stablecoin FX perpetuals, on-chain credit with off-chain trust, capital market settlement, and tokenized collateral, and agentic commerce and programmability payments. So I don't know. I think this is not. I'm not saying it's gonna be a waste of money, but this is gonna be, a lot of resources are gonna go into this. And Circle, they just had their IPO. They want to create making better products for obviously the users and enterprises and everything. So yeah, hopefully it goes good. I think it's just better to use the public blockchains that are already out there. I don't know how decentralized it's gonna be. And yeah, I don't have too much hope for this blockchain, but it is what it is. They probably, they're smarter than me. They're gonna be a great team. So yeah, kudos up to them, and I wish them nothing but the best. Anyways, intrigued your thoughts, please let me know what you think of the video, and as always, please share and leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye. Oh, and the Bad Bunny concert was lit. If you haven't been to the Bad Bunny concert, I suggest you going. I know, it's not cheap. The tickets are a little bit, on the pricier side, but it is an incredible moment. I even cried when he sang the video of my photos. Really emotional, but I enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.